U.S. President Donald Trump is on his way to the U.K. for a state visit. Security has been heightened in Windsor and around Windsor Castle, where Trump will meet with King Charles on Wednesday. The U.S. and the U.K. are expected to sign trade deals worth more than $10 billion. This is Trump's second state visit to the U.K. as president. I want to bring in CTV's royal commentator, Afua Hagan, now with more. Afua, good morning to you. So what is the mood ahead of Trump's visit?
It's a bit of a mixed mood, to be honest. It's been a bit of a rough ride for Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer. We had the stepping down of the American ambassador in Peter Mandelson. So that has really cast a bit of a shadow over this trip, to be honest. But Donald Trump is very excited about coming to the UK. He loves anything to do with the royal family. He has said that he's very glad, actually, that this trip is taking place at Windsor Castle, just outside of London, rather than Buckingham Palace, where a state visit would usually take place. The reason for that is Buckingham Palace is under renovation. But he has said that Windsor Castle is the ultimate place for this state visit. And yes, we are going to see him arriving there tonight, and then tomorrow the couple will be greeted by the Prince and Princess of Wales before being formally welcomed by the King and perhaps the Queen. Now, Queen Camilla pulled out of an engagement today. It was the funeral of the Duchess of Kent, but she has acute sinusitis and wasn't at that engagement. And we're not sure if she will be present over the engagements over the next couple of days. But there will be a carriage procession for the Trumps through Windsor Estate, and the route will be lined with soldiers, all in their red, with their red hats. And it's notable that there's going to be many more troops out in force and a bigger procession that was rolled out for, say, the Macrons earlier on this year. And behind the scenes, UK officials will be making sure that Trump knows the UK is going bigger and better and bolder for him.
Yes, and I've been reading about this ring of steel around Windsor, and we know that there will be protesters, there will be protests. I believe we have a shot already. We can show this big photo that has been unfurled in Windsor of Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump. Of course, this scandal also touching a few British officials, as you mentioned, one of them, and the Prince.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, this is casting a real long shadow over this trip. Peter Mandelson, like you said, embroiled in this Epstein scandal. Prince Andrew, again, embroiled in this Epstein scandal and has been for a long time, and extending its shadow to President Trump as well. And that huge picture has been unfurled in Windsor today. And you're absolutely right in saying there will be a ring of steel around Windsor Castle. It's all about shielding President Trump from anything that he's going to find offensive. There are going to be protests in Windsor. There are also going to be protests in London as well. But British officials are doing everything that they can to make sure that, number one, the ring of steel stays intact, and number two, that President Trump feels welcome, because it's all about buttering him up because of the deals that will be announced on Thursday at Chequers. That's when perhaps we'll get a deal on nuclear energy, or perhaps we'll get a deal on AI and technology. It's all about making sure that Trump, who has shown himself to be sometimes an unpredictable leader, is happy. And British officials are doing everything they possibly can to make sure that that happens.
Well, I'll be watching. CTV's royal commentator, Afua Hagan. Afua, thank you for all of that.